Hello, my name's Jesse Penner. I work with Guarantee Real Estate out of Fresno and Clovis area. I've been in real estate for about 14 years, kind of grew up in it with my dad being a realtor, and met Chris and Katy. Well, I first met Chris through a dodgeball league at our church, and we would kind of generally play against each other, and I would normally win because I'm the better athlete, but we would kind of compete against each other, and so we got to know each other through dodgeball. And then Katy eventually started coming, and my wife was coming to dodgeball, and so we started to hang out as a couple and just had a lot of fun together. They started this most recent real estate experience as they had left us, and they went to kind of do some work up in Ripon area, and then they decided that it was time to come home. They had their first kid, and they wanted to be around family, and so they've started to make the move back here, and in doing so, they contacted me and said, we need to find a house. So we started looking, and a lot of, at the beginning, the searching was done with them living up there and trying to get down here as often as they could to see houses and look at everything. They were looking for something pretty specific. They were kind of wanting not that first home buyer house. They wanted kind of the next step up. Their price point was about $415,000. They were looking for a 4-bedroom house so that Chris could have an office and they could still have plenty of rooms in the house. They wanted a pool. That was a really big feature for them. They also preferred to have a pretty good sized lot. So we've kind of been looking at a variety of houses, and as I was searching with them, it became pretty apparent that Chris is the picky one and Katy is the I love everything one. So pretty much every house we walked into, Katy would look around and say, this is it, this is the perfect house, Chris, we have to buy it. And I'd look over at Chris and he'd kind of have this look on his face like, this isn't it, this isn't it. And you kind of ask, well, what isn't it? And you know, he'd kind of just, I don't know, it doesn't feel right, this one's not the right house. And so I started gathering pretty quickly that they were looking for something pretty new, because Chris did not consider himself a handyman. And when he would look in houses, if it was not completely decked out and looking beautiful, Chris would kind of just say, I don't think so. This isn't the house for me. And so they, as they kind of kept moving through that process, they finally came across a few houses that they started to like, and they really liked the granite countertops, the ones that had stainless steel appliances and double ovens and lots of room for the kids and things like that. So those were just a few of the things. That the style of house, they didn't have a whole lot of preference. They kind of looked at everything. They looked at stuff that was kind of more colonial, but they also kind of Chris did anyway, tended to like more of a modern stucco kind of ranch style-ish house. And that's ending up where they're kind of landing on for it. My biggest challenge with them has been the distance. As they've lived in Stockton area and Ripon, it's been challenging to kind of connect with them as they came down here. So they just recently moved into the area and got an apartment here, and that's been super helpful because now they can go and take a look at houses right away and as soon as they pop on the market. So that's a little bit about Chris and Katy and how I met them, and that's the end.